and I mean, the good thing is that the more we can together create opportunities of income and connection and collaboration, the more like it will create like a snowball of benefits.
Absolutely.
Financial, non-financial, human, social. There's so much to go through.
Yeah, one thing that I'm gonna I know I've introduced you to a couple people lately. I just talked to another one today.
Yeah.
Who is already doing some work with the RPAs, and so I think we need to actually, for this group, start talking about what is different between Rtila and some of the other systems. I've mentioned that I believe on the after the build is done, Rtila is much better because of the much lower cost to maintain some of these things, because many of these other softwares are, as I understand it, some of these other systems are asking you to have a pretty high cost with the maintenance ongoing.
Yeah.
And then also the ability for people who use Rtila to monetize, like you and I are talking about, which I don't think is readily available with some of the other systems. So
yeah, no, you're right, and for us we want you guys to make money, and we support you behind. So actually today that's one thing that we're gonna address and further add to that. So on top of building your own standalones, building your own automations and selling them on the marketplace like you did, Zach. We're going to present today another opportunity, which is franchises opportunities.
Very good.
And that will also help you to explain why and how Rtila is differentiating itself, because you will see today we are more about creating the infrastructure, the AI automation infrastructure for our clients to own their own data, and not many people do that. Yeah. Usually the others are SaaS oriented and they take the data away and they create that distance and that vendor lock situation.
Yes. Yeah, they create that distance. That's a good way of putting it.
Yes. And we are not in that way. We want our clients to self-host, if possible, their own data. We can accompany them. Yeah. If they don't want to, we can provide them a cloud infrastructure that is like isolated and dedicated and compliant and secure and so on. So that's our difference, is that we don't take away or we don't create a distance between our customers, their data, and their potential with their data. We empower them in a way. Eric, how are you? So
how are you guys? Sorry, I was a little slow.
Yes, we also have some good news for you.
Hi Eli, hi Isaac.
Hello, Eric. Good to see you again, sir.
How are you guys?
Good, good. I like your background, by the way. Very interesting.
It's a new Google thing. Yeah. Some side cushions, some view. Love it.
Excellent. Eli, how are you?
I'm very well, my man, except I had a bit of a throat and chest cold, which I'm still going through. And luckily for some people on the weekend, I couldn't speak. So I heard in the background, people were saying hip, hip, hooray. I don't know why.
Eli, I preceded you. I'm just going out of a flu. I caught a flu at an event of my daughter's school, and now it's good. Today we are extending our cultural and geographical reach. We have Bozidar joined us. Bozidar, you want to come up and say a few words? I think he's mute. Maybe I can unmute.
Okay. I think I got it.
There we go.
You're on.
Yeah. Hey, hi guys. I'm Bozidar from Slovenia, in the heart of the Europe. I think nearby is also Tanel. He's from Estonia.
Yeah, Tanel is the nearest to you.
Yeah. Small country, very well known for Trump's wife. Melanie is from Slovenia. Yeah. You haven't.
That's so quite an accomplishment.
We've got you to blame for the wife, have we?
Sorry?
We've got you to blame for the wife.
Oh,
yeah, it's from my town, actually. Yeah, Sevnica. Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah, she is a beautiful girl. Yeah, and Slovenia is known for a few beautiful girls.
Is there any
So,
Melania twin sister that is still in Slovenia?
we have them a lot, yeah, but we don't have Trump. Yeah,
What?
we need some Trump here.
No, that's a better deal. Just Melania, not Trump. No,
Okay,
nice.
guys. Yeah. I joined now. I saw all your videos, so I'm really familiar with Eli, with Eric, with Isaac, and so on. So as I know you, yeah. But I hope I'm not too late to join the
No,
group.
not at all.
Yeah.
Not at
Okay.
all.
Okay. Yeah, and the idea and the vision, I love the vision of Mohammed. That's unbelievable, and that somebody has this vision to go, and I like it very, very, very much. Yeah.
Thank you,
So,
Bozidar.
unfortunately, Slovenia is small, and Eric has Deutschland, yeah, and a big database here in Slovenia, 2 million population. Oh my God. Okay, I will try to have
No,
some
it's actually
enrich data.
exactly. No, you know those small countries like for me now I'm in Mauritius or
Yes.
Rwanda or Estonia. There is
Yeah.
less competition and it's a small market, but you can capture much more of the market and add value.
Oh,
So
right. Here is no competition.
Yeah.
Because also the database I showed you, the busy, it's just the pure database, about the companies.
yeah,
Because here is really popular in Europe. It's already, I think, law obligated to have a database, transparent database. I can see how much money do you have.
Yeah.
This should be also in United States, Isaac. Yeah. This is
Some-
really transparent. You can't hide here. You can't hide.
yeah,
You
they
can say,
publish the
I
turnover.
make millions. Let me see if you really make millions. And it's free. It's free for everybody. You can see how much do you do. Yeah, that's crazy. So, but unfortunately, just data, nothing else.
Yeah, no,
But
fortunately now.
rich data, it will be for marketing. It will be a really, really good thing to have it here.
Yes, and if I may, Bozidar, because I think there could be a nice connection between you and Eli beyond the AI automation for your
Yeah.
specialty.
What? Hypnotherapy.
Hypnotherapy, yes. Bozidar has a
Yes.
very nice website and is it considered a medical service?
No. Here,
How
no.
is it classified?
No. No classified. It's an alternative approach.
Okay, very good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No medical. I studied in United States, in Florida, with Jerry Kine. It's not among us anymore, but 25 years now I am in hypnotherapy. I'm living my. It was too much for me also. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I just teach it now.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. Just teaching, nothing else.
Teaching hypnotherapy.
Hypnotherapy, yeah, here in Slovenia, all ex-Yugoslavia, Croatia and so on. Italy also, because I speak Italian also. And I have clients from all over the place, even from Switzerland, Austria, Germany, Hungary. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
Nice, Bozidar. Welcome to the family.
Yeah, but why with Eli? You were also a hypnotherapist, or Eli? What do you
Now,
do?
Eli, go ahead. Eli podcast.
No, I'm not a hypnotherapist at all. No, I've got a place in that side of the world also in Slovakia, which I love. My partner and my child is out there. So,
But Slovakia, not Slovenia. Slovakia.
No, not Slovenia. No,
Ah.
Slovakia. Yeah. So, a beautiful part of the world. I know it's very beautiful out there with all the castles and whatever else. So,
I was in Bratislava for 1 month, I thought.
Where?
Yeah.
I'm in Zelina.
Sorry?
I'm in Zelina.
I don't know. It's a
North.
north.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Near Poland. Near Poland.
Near Poland. Okay. Near Krakow.
That's right.
Okay. I know it. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
We're learning geography.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. European. Yeah. Okay. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, really. Just a question.
Yes,
This is
Bozidar.
all master agents here now? Or
Most, yeah, we have master agents and we have how we call do-it-yourself agents in this group.
Yes, but
And
now master agents are just what I see, or
no, we have more people. Some they cannot come online, but
now
you
I
can
see.
find
I see.
everybody on rtila.com/community.
Mhm.
You can find the whole network. And then
Okay, I
maybe we
see.
can
I
put
see.
our countries with our name. That would be nice. So
Okay,
we know
okay,
who is
okay.
where. But we will make a quick introduction round. Zach is in Atlanta, in Georgia. Eric, you
Okay.
know, is in Germany. Ryan
Yeah, I
is
know.
in
Yeah.
Ryan is in Michigan, I think. I always
Okay.
confuse. We have a lot of people in Texas, Florida. Yeah, a lot in Vancouver, Toronto, Canada, Switzerland, UK.
North America then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
mainly the Western world for now. But we have Bo,
Okay.
who is from the Philippines. We have also some people that are coming soon from Singapore, Malaysia. So hopefully we're gonna have a nice network of
Wow.
nice people around the world.
Okay, I like it.
Yes, we'll do our
Okay.
best.
Great group. Okay.
Bozidar,
Let-
thank you again.
Hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for inviting me.
No,
Let me see
pleasure.
where should I?
Perfect. Let's kick off this session. And of course, questions are more than welcome as we go. Today we have a couple of updates about the templates and commands that we just pushed. But before that even, I will show you where we are in the map, in our vision map, strategic map. And then we will talk about kind of a concept that we can use to sell or promote AI automation, or even how we can use Rtila for businesses. We called it SCRaaS, Scrape as a Service, because a lot of people are intimidated by bots. When they see bots and CSV files and a lot of things to throw in and out, they get scared. So we come up with a solution that you will be able to deploy as well. And then related to that, we segue into our first franchise product that we want to offer to master agents, where you can deploy this in your local area and your specialty as in a franchising model, and it's like productized. It's productized offer with the whole branding and so on, so that it's easier to sell than coming and say we can do AI automation for you, but there are so many options. So this will be like a productized version of AI automation for the compliance world, and that's where Zach also you have experience. It will match perfectly your background, and then we will open the answers and questions and answers with the help of Eli, who is not in the train this week. Superb, thank you, Eli.
No
Let's
problems.
kick it off. So for those of you who have joined, we have done a bit of ground together. We've covered the first 3 months of work, which was mainly about preparing the data structure, finding the sources, and then scraping the data from files, from web sources, web pages, and so on. Now we have started already formatting the data, what we showed with Eric in the last 2 sessions, and now we're kind of in between formatting the data and we're starting to enrich the data. We're in between there. That's where we are today, and we will show you some of these parts, and we also are sharing some of these templates that have been now solved. So that's where we are, and we are continuing our ascension, like you said, Zach, towards monetization. The step number 7. On the 7th day, I think God created the heavens or something. I forgot the number 7. So that's where we're going. Sorry?
Seventh day was rest.
Oh, 7 days was rest. So 7 days rest and cash in. Yeah, it's the Mount Olympus of our program. Is how we can bring everything together and monetize our time, and also monetize our companies and clients' own time. So we're getting there. Thank you guys for your patience. So let's look at the next step. The next update is we've finally pushed a template and updated the command. So first we updated the email validation command based on your feedback, guys. We improved it. We've dealt with much more types of emails, and also we changed a little bit the user interface so that you can now, I will show you very quickly. You can now configure and check. There are checkboxes for you to activate certain tests or remove them, depending on what you need. And then we also shortened the way that it's displayed. So you can access these templates and these commands right here in our Rtila.com community. If you go, you will see that I've just created 2 new posts. One is for the updated command. And
are you sharing in it? Because
oh
we're just looking
yes,
at each other.
sorry, I've been talking without sharing the screen. Oh my gosh, thank you.
I thought it was just me.
Oh, Alan, you've been too shy, Alan.
President is in the house.
Oh, hey, everybody.
President Alan Ardell Allen. Yes, thank you, Alan. We have to catch up because I think we missed the last meeting. I hope you're doing well.
I am. Thank you.
Okay.
Looking forward to our next time.
Excellent. Thank you, President. So I think now the screen is displayed. Do you guys see? Okay. The recording will have my screen, so we can catch up to that. So you can see this email validation and the new enrich from URL template. They are, we have early access for you as a Prime community in rtila.com/community. You will see there are 2 posts, one here for the email validation update and one here for the new templates to enrich data from the URL. So we already saw how we can scrape data from Google Map or other sources. And then sometime we get the website of the company. And then what we do is that we pull the website of the company from Directus. We go to their website and we find any social media network that we can cover right now. We're covering Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And also we grab any email we find. We test the email, we validate it, we format it, and we classify it. And we also test and classify the social media so that it kind of, how you call it, it shows a little bit your work in terms of collecting data contact points. And Eric, again, thank you. I can show a little bit how it looks like once it's run. And you can see here that we have solved that problem that we had, Eric, where it was creating some empty lines. It's solved.
Yay!
Yes, and we've sent you the update on the project management task.
Thank you so much.
With your automation. So this is what you can see now. It's very clean. We don't get wrong emails. We don't get wrong social media. It's doing the formatting properly. And then we get, for example, for this business, we only find an Instagram. But for this business on their website, we find an email, a Facebook, and an Instagram. And we tested the email. The MX is good. The ping is good. The SMTP, we don't know. It could be good as well. And then you can see here all the stuff that we're getting. This email is good. Everything is tested. So this is a safe email to reach out to. But you can see here we're getting, I think we run it for 20 companies, just the homepage. And for 20 websites, we were able to find 32 contact points. So it's starting to look good. And then we will add scraping the contact page, the impressum page for Germany and other countries that have that legal page. So it should increase the percentage of contact outreach channels that we can find, all for free, validated, classified by Rtila on the fly, and saved in your database in a clean way so that you can act upon it and prepare your outreach. So that's what we have achieved this last week. Actually, it took us 2 weeks. So you're welcome to comment in the community. Ask us if you want to add some other social media that we need to catch. In certain countries, certain social media are used more than others. So we're open to that, especially with master agents. We're happy to chip in support for more social media. And then I think we talked about it last week. The next data enrichment and data scrapping and enrichment that we're planning to do is to also catch the phone numbers on the fly, format them into international format, put the country number. For example, Germany, I think it's +49. For the US, it's +1. Like format it properly, and then check if we can do some checks, if it's a mobile number, a landline, and then put it in your database. So then we scrape and enrich the phone numbers. The same we want to do with the addresses to separate the zip code, the city, the state, and the country and the street address. Do a test using Google Maps address validation, and then get the geolocation with the OpenStreetMap, and then input in your database a clean address with the geolocation and a nice map display. That's our next enrichment commands or templates. So that's for this update. And if you guys have some questions, happy to take them before the next step, where we will demo the SCRaaS, the Scrape as a Service. But for enrichment and for email validation Yes, one more point, Eric, that you highlighted. Sometimes we find emails on the website, but it's not the email of the business, it's the email of who did their website, their webmaster. So we are planning now to add another command that will compare the email to the domain name, and then we'll tell you if it's an exact match between the email and the domain name. For example, the email is mohammed@rtila.com and the domain name is rtila.com. Then we say it's exact match to the brand name, or partial. Sometimes the email is a little bit different, or if it's a Gmail or Yahoo, or even we want to detect if it's how you call those temporary emails. You know, those emails that people use as temporary emails. So that is coming up maybe in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, Eric, we will add that separation. So we took all your feedback, guys, to improve this, and we're moving forward. Anything we may have missed from your comments and your requests, guys? Eli, do you see anything on the chat, please?
I think someone needs to mute. We're getting a lot of background noise from someone.
Oh, yes.
President Allen, I think, needs to mute.
I think it's Alan, yeah.
Okay, I think he muted it. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Alan.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just a question. Sorry,
Yes.
Mohammed.
Yes.
I'm new in the group, and you were just a little bit further. Should I do anything, or it will be prepared by you?
Yes. So when we will start on your database,
yes,
we will add this for you.
I see.
Yes.
I see. But as we talk, will you do it also for maybe for Google Map, or just the database that we talk about?
For anything. So we built it in a way that any source that brought you the first customer details, either the company information database or Google Map.
Yes.
Sometimes we find the URL of the website, and then this we go and we check if a company has a website, then pull the website and let's find some other contacts. So it can come from any place.
No, but who should start? Should I start all the process, or you will do it?
No, we will do it for you for the first database, for the first project. Yeah.
Okay.
And you will learn from that. Don't worry, Bojdar. We will show you, so you will have like a first example to follow.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's move to the next point then, and happy to take any question that comes in the way. So the next point is this concept of SCRaaS. I hope it doesn't sound scary, like a Dracula from Romania.
Sounds a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's like vampirish SCRaaS.
SCRaaS.
So what is SCRaaS? SCRaaS is basically a request we got locally when we went to see many companies, small, big corporate companies. They understand AI, they understand automations, but when they see AI and automation, they get scared. It's overwhelming. They see these bots and the browser moving and stuff, and so they got scared. Some of them, they wanted it badly, but they couldn't kind of go over the fear of maintaining it. So we thought, okay, they asked us for a web interface, a back end or a front end. So that's what spawned our early interest in Directus. So this is Directus. So we use Directus, we configure it, we brand it, and then we take our automations projects and we run them continuously in the background. And continuously, the automation is checking for a new customer that was imported by the user. And as soon as this new entry comes in, there is a status. Then Rtila picks it up on the fly and does the job. So they don't see the bot, they just see the SaaS, you know, and it enriches the data and then it tells them, here is the data. So I'm going to give you a quick demo, guys. And this will be made available to you, especially master agents, for you to deploy as well locally under the franchise model. So this is the example of Eric, and this is the example of the cloud Diligencer. And so compliance, many companies who are regulated, before accepting a client, they need to check the company name or the personal name against adverse keywords like financial crime, tax evasion, terrorism, fraud, alcoholism, you know, violence or vandalism or legal cases. Before you can accept that customer, you need to do a Google search against those adverse keywords, and that takes a lot of time for humans and compliance officers. So we've automated this. And the way it works is like this. They just have to add a customer name. These are all fake customer names except me. And then the bot, the AI automation bot, is using our Google search template plus ChatGPT or Llama 3.2, depending on if the customers want to use a cloud AI or a local AI. And then we send the Google search results to the AI, and then the AI tells us it's a true negative, true positive, meaning that there is a risk, yes or no. So for example, if I go for Louis Alain, I can see that we went through 2 pages in Google search, and the good thing is that we do a screenshot because there is potential audits. So we have here Louis Alain, page 1 of Google, that was done on the 11th of June, and the AI says true positive because the search results include multiple references to money laundering, terrorism financing related to this customer. So it's telling our compliance officer, be careful, and then it has the screenshot made locally, and we uploaded the screenshot here to prove that we did the search on Google. And also we have the search URL. If they want to audit, they can just open the URL and further audit the results that were on Google. So this cuts like hours and hours and hours of compliance officer work per day. So if you have a compliance team with 2-3 people, this can almost save 1 employee time. It's so much saving. So that's what we've done. We're piloting it with a local compliance company here in Mauritius. And we will make it available for you to deploy locally. So let me show you how it works. I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to delete the clients.
Don't delete you.
Oh, don't
delete your data. We want to see what you got on you.
Yeah, no, so that's a good example. Actually, my example is a good example because the AI said it's a true positive, but actually it's a false positive. And I will show you where that's where the human has to go. And also that's where we as specialists need to change the prompt. So the prompt is, if somebody wrote an article about fiscal advantages, he didn't do a fiscal crime or something. He just spoke about fiscal evasion, but he's a specialist. He was the writer. So those are like in the how you call it, the prompting side. Yeah. And that's what offers you guys the opportunity to customize all this to the customer industry and how you define a true positive and a false positive and so on. So I'm going to delete it. Don't worry. It's very fast to acquire it back. And let me show you the way it works from a client perspective who do not want to see the bots and they don't want to deal with the CSV files. We just tell them, you could, if you want, you can have the list of customers in a Google Sheet or in Excel. You put the client name in one column, the priority that you want to do that search. What is the maximum pages you want to go through in Google search? Some they want to go all the way 100 pages, some they want to go 10 pages to save time. I put 10 pages maximum. It is to-do status, and then there are the customer can choose what kind of checks I want to do on this client. I can do a Google search, a Bing search. This is Supreme Court in Mauritius, but we can do the Supreme Courts of every country. So we can adapt it to Bosnia, or we can adapt it to Slovenia, Slovakia, the UK. We can search in the local courts system, even if they don't have an API, to see if this customer has a legal case against it. And what we're preparing is that Rtila will take the court details, send it to Llama 3.2 and ask, is our client a defendant, or how you call it when it's not the defendant, when it's the one attacking? It has a name.
Prosecutor?
Sorry?
The plaintiff?
The plaintiff. So is he a plaintiff or a defendant, or is he just a witness? And then it will classify that so that we can estimate the risk of this client, even if they appear in a court list or case list. And this is the United Nations sanction list, because many companies, they need to check if the individuals are not sanctioned in the United Nations sanction list, and then it will say yes or no. So all this will be done automatically. So this is how they configure the compliance that they want to do on customer, and then they just download as a CSV. So I'm going to download this as a CSV. Now they can either go back and enter a customer manually, like I have a new customer, I put their name, how many pages on Google, and then I say this is ASAP, and I want to do a Google search, I want to do a Bing search, and I want to do a court search, and I also want to do a United Nations search, I can choose and do it manually like this, so they don't have to deal with Excel files. But if they want to mass import their customer data, they can use here the import feature of Directus, and then I will just import that CSV. It can be thousands of clients. And now I click Start Import. And now this is all my clients. They are in the stage import. I just imported them. And we will have an Rtila bot running, and I'm going to launch it for you to see. We have this one automation here. And I'll show you two ways of running this. Where is it? Directus, Diligencer. Okay, I have too many to find here. Diligencer V2. So I'm going to launch this automation, and I will show you this automation is actually checking every 10 seconds if there are new entries. And now it finds Olivia and it finds some customers, so it started to deal with them. Now if I go back to my SaaS, so the customer will not see the bots. They will just see here, when I can go here and I can do auto refresh every 10 seconds, they will see that now the job started, you see, here processing. So they will not see the bot, they will not have to touch the bot. As soon as they import their customers, it starts processing the customers. So right now it's doing Tarun Palu, Alex Stevenson, and Olivia Miriam. It's doing their checks, and it's going to populate whatever it finds in Google search. It's going to start to come up. So our users, our end customer, they really just wait for the results here. So I'll wait a couple of seconds, and we should start to have something. And sometimes there is a Google has a reCAPTCHA, and we have also reCAPTCHA solving. So it will take like 1 minute or something to solve the reCAPTCHA, and then it should start to pull up some data. Let's give it another few seconds. Up. I'm going to look at it by curiosity. Yes, it's solving the CAPTCHA, you see here. But this, our customers, they will not see. It will be solved for them immediately. And once it becomes green, it's going to kick off the automation. It's going to resume the automation. Yes, it got green. You saw the green. So Rtila solved the reCAPTCHA. And now it's going to really start with the first customer. We should start, yeah, it's starting with the first customer. So I go back to our view here, and we start to have for Olivia Miriam, page 1, true positive. It did the screenshot, it did the test, it solved the reCAPTCHA, and now it's going to be much faster now that the reCAPTCHA is solved for our client. So it's going to continue and do, so it did one page, there was only one page, and now it processed it as done. You see here, the customer will just look at this interface, and they will see their data being processed, and they will see the warning here, true positive, true negative. You see this one just got finished as well for Alex Stevenson, and now Tarun Palu is processing. And once Tarun Palu is finished, it's going to then jump and take the next 3 clients. And it will do like that for thousands and thousands of customer database until the job is completely done. And this can run, the automation runs 24 hours a day. So anytime they add a new client, it will be processed. So if I look here, we start to have some more results. Yeah. So I think you got the point. You see this client now is done, and this one is still processing. I will stop it just for the sake of time, but I wanted to show you how it works very fast. And a second power we have is that you don't even need Rtila, because you can compile this. I can compile it into a standalone bot, put it on a Linux server, a Mac server, or a Windows server, and let it run there for forever. And I can have multiple bots as standalone working behind Directus. And our customers, they just look at the interface and they get their job. They see that the job is done. They don't deal with the bot. They don't deal with CSV files. That's what we call SCRaaS. So you can, it's just to give you an idea on how maybe instead of scrapping bots, you can sell a whole SaaS for your customer based on Directus, and tell them just input your client, just input whatever you have as a file, and it will do this and this and this for you. And then when the job is finished, they can take all these customers with the analysis, the risk analysis, and export it and send it to their own clients. I hope it makes a bit of sense. And also here, for example, we prepared a Kanban view so that they can see how their customer checks, compliance checks is going to have been done with the AI search analysis. Now they need to move it into the next step, which is the money laundering officer needs to double check. Once the money laundering officer has double checked, he moves it to the reporting. They generate a PDF report. And once they send it to their client, then they mark the card as closed. And then they go on. And so it's almost like a CRM, ERP system to deploy compliance in a company without bothering them with all the bots. So let's take questions if you guys are okay. And you can apply this for your own business model. Compliance is one thing, but you can do it for SEO, for marketing, for image processing, anything that you may have in mind. Eli, please help with the questions if there are any. And Eli, you're most welcome because London is a center of compliance hassle.
Totally, no, without a doubt. Bozida wants to say something, but if I can just say something very quickly. I mean,
yes,
I've always liked the idea where you can package the bots and then put them on a server very quietly without any heavy-duty software. That's always handy to have. Keeps everything light too at the same time in the background. I've always loved the idea.
Exactly, and our standalone bots, they only take 50 megabytes from the RAM of the server. Then it's very minimum. They're on standby running, they don't take too much RAM. You could potentially have 100 bots on one server that are on standby, and once there is work to do, 10 of them can run at the same time without overwhelming the server. So you could have 10 functionalities in this SaaS that are powered by Rtila in the back end, and nobody knows that it's Rtila doing the job. They think that you actually developed it from scratch. But we didn't develop anything from scratch. We put Directus, we put our database schema, we made the Rtila bots, and now it's a SaaS, the SaaS that works almost like any other SaaS. Thank you, Eli. Bojdar, please come in.
Oh yeah, I'm the only one. This is amazing. Okay, this is truly amazing. Can you show me exactly what the client could see from the client perspective?
Yes.
When he or she enters into this app.
Yes, very good. So here I'm going to sign out. So
okay.
Bojdar, you will have this for you as master agent. You will have this platform with your brand.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So then you can create access to your clients. If they pay you, you give them a login and a password.
Okay.
Once they have a login and password to your platform, they log in.
Okay.
And then they will only see what you want them to see. They will only see the tables and the services that they have access to according to your subscription package.
I see.
So in our case, this customer, this account can only enter clients and can only do Google search. But we have a full service. We have identity check. We can check ID cards, passports, driving licenses, match them with the customer name using a vision model like Qwen or Fee4 locally at zero extra cost. We can do proof of address. We can take a proof of address, utility bill, electricity, water, gas, tenancy agreement, and we can double check that the tenancy agreement and the proof of address has the name of the customer and is not more than 3 months old. That's what compliance regulations say. You need a proof of address that is less than 3 months old. You need a passport that is not expired. So Rtila.
Sorry, identity check. How can you do it? It's a legal thing.
Yeah, it's a legal thing. It's your obligation as a regulated company to check your customers' documents. Now, the good thing is that if you send your customer passport to ChatGPT or to cloud AI in China, in India, or America, you probably will break your country's compliance law because you're not supposed to share medical and ID and stuff of your citizens. That's where we become powerful because we say, we bring the AI and the automation to you in your country, in your city, in your office.
Wow.
This data stays with you.
But all those things the customer can see, what I see now.
Yeah.
You check, wall check, I don't know, course search.
Yes.
That's all for one customer?
No, this is like the full view, but you have roles. You can create roles. You see here,
And depends what they need.
Exactly.
Actually.
You can create different roles. Client VIP, client 2, client level 1, and then client level 1 can see this and that, and client level 2 can see this and that. So it has a full, complete user management, and this also has an extension for Stripe to take payments by credit card and then give them access.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will cover this as we go on the billing side, but you can configure. So we have all these tools here, but for this particular customer, we only activated Google Search because they only paid for Google Search.
Those searches are for me, so I can configure them for my country, maybe.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
I see,
So you can adopt this, and then we will add the Slovenian Supreme Court search.
That's right.
For your Slovenian customers. We can add the Czech Republic Supreme Court for Czech Republic customers and so on.
Okay, this is crazy. Okay.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Do we have any directions like who can use it?
So we will have a private we will have a private training for you guys as master agents. You will have a private training that we will not make public on how to set up this, manage it, how to sell it, how to configure it, and how to sell it to our clients. And then you can go in your city, in your country, and propose this. And that's what I will cover in the next slide. This is the demo of the technology that we call SCRaaS. But you could build any process and sell it as a SaaS, not as a bot. You can sell the bots, which Zach is doing already. He's selling templates and bots. But Zach, you could also do a second layer that those bots are running in the background, and then now you offer the SaaS for those who do not want to download and they can pay a bit more.
I can see. This is powerful, eh? This is crazy.
Yeah, and many clients like
it's nearly illegal. Okay.
No, on the contrary, it's the only way to do it legally.
Okay, it's scary. Okay. Scary.
Because it's illegal if you let somebody else, a third party, handle your private personal data that you're not supposed to share with a third party. So a lot of people are doing it illegally because they don't have access to local AI and local automation. So that's why we propose that. So you will see, we will cover it in the next slide. But
I see. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. The idea here mainly is the technique we're using to package a bot or an automation into a SaaS. That's what we wanted to show you guys. Yeah. So I think for this demo I'm done, but any other questions, please? And you guys don't hesitate if you have a business model that you want to try out. Or Ryan, I don't know if you wanted to say something.
I have an example I could share, and this is just for people who are new, like Vesadar. There are other ways that the software can also be used in a consulting manner. If you were helping a company to evaluate all the technology that they're spending money on, we've spent some time creating some videos on this. This software can replace many very expensive SaaS programs with custom builds too. So it's there's consulting that can be done that can save your clients lots of money that they're spending in other systems or on other systems.
Definitely. And the second business model that we are working on already for more than a year here locally, and actually Eric, you're going to benefit from it, is what is called payment reconciliation. So we worked with an accounting and auditing firm here. They have a lot of clients for whom they do accounting, and it's a huge problem to find some invoices where they don't find the related payment on the bank statement, especially in Africa, where the banking system and the e-banking, they don't generate very good PDFs and very good things. So, and sometimes the amount is different, the date is different, and sometimes your clients, for example, Zach, I sent you an invoice, and then who paid he paid with your wife's name, you know, and then I said, damn, who paid us? So they have to reconcile all this using the amount, the date, and maybe the invoice ID. And we are building an automation to download the PDFs from the bank account or to go into the bank account, get all the invoices, match everything, and those and reconciliate the accounting basically. That's also a pain in the back for accounting firms, audit firms, but also for companies like you guys, like Eric, because your accountant is kind of sending back this responsibility to you, I guess.
Yeah, there's a like when I do accounting every month, and I have to send them all the invoices that we've gathered over the month of our spendings, and I couldn't find all of them, or I didn't know what I bought last month, and then the accountant returns with a Excel sheet where he has the amount and the invoice number, and then I have to go look again, and then when I return that, he can finally do the month tax stuff.
Yeah, so it delays the accounting. Sometimes we get penalties if we are late in the VAT declaration, and it takes a lot of time, human time, for the accountant and for the client as well. So that's
Mohammed,
yes, please.
Can I just quickly ask, how do you do that? Do you do that via a probable scoring system where you have so many things that you have to check off on what's likely that it's on a scoring system? Then you know that, okay, we can match these two up because it's 80% out of 100,
That's right.
that kind of thing. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, and we do it like we are doing now for Google search for risk estimation. We use Rtila and a local AI like Llama 3.2 or another AI local model. We send all the data, we send like the candidates invoices, the candidate PDF, so it parses and OCRs the PDF, checks this, check our Directus database, and find the most likely related invoice to this payment is this one, and second more likely it will be this one. So, and then you just come as a user and say, oh yeah, this one, yes indeed, because there is a screenshot. You say, yeah, this one, and you just validate. Well, click, 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 click. Just like here, the money laundering officer, he can look at, oh, this is the search, this is what the AI said, the pre-analysis. I double check, yes, it's good, no, it's not good, yes, it's good, no, it's not good. So it's not 100% automated, but we can use what we call vision models that can open an invoice, open a document, and understand what is in the document and do the OCR and compare it to whatever prompt we give it. So this will come in maybe 2 or 3 months, but as we mature it, but it will be another package franchise offer for you guys to deploy. Compliance was the most needed, but I think payment reconciliation would be the next second best opportunity for all of us. Yes, I hope I replied correctly. And
yeah.
Anything in the chat, Eli?
None at all. None whatsoever.
Cool. So let's move on and cover more of this in the next slides. So this is a good gateway because we're going to explain what is our vision for us together to monetize our time and offer great value to the market. We also we want to kind of reward perseverance and loyalty of our network. So in the first month, when you become a master agent, you get access to all the premium resources, the courses, the lessons, the community. That's what you get on month 1. But if you continue on month 3, we will set up for you a VPS with the database. This is what I showed you here. This is what we set up for you. Yeah. So Bozidar, on the 3rd month, we set this up. Sometimes we do it in advance. If you have an opportunity, we sit down together and we say, okay, there's an opportunity for you to catch. Let's do it earlier. But normally we reward our master agents on the 3rd month with a complete VPS, with the complete database ready for AI vectorial fields and ready for automation with Rtila bots behind the database. Then on month 6, those of you who joined us in November, December when we started, you all qualify now to access the franchise products. And the franchise products are packaged automations into a business with a brand and a network of agents where it's more easy to sell to the market, and we do profit sharing together. And sometimes it will involve a third party. I will present the third party of today. So it will be Rtila as a technical party, a third party which is recognized for this kind of industry, like an accounting firm or a university like Middlesex University we're doing with them. So we will have like a second party, and then the third party is you guys as the deployment party. And then we arrange for this as a product, and everybody wins, and we provide a fantastic service to the local clients. On month 9, as we go together, when you reach 9 months of staying with us, then we throw in 4 hours of AI development hours for you to actually get still even more value, where we can help you customize create new automations, 4 hours per month of developer time. So as you go, the value of the subscription is getting higher and higher for you guys. And the reason we're doing that is that we want to have maybe a small, medium number of partners, but we want like a high quality network for us to serve the markets very well. So I hope it makes a bit of sense. And if any one of you has not been with us for 6 months and want to access the franchise opportunity, don't worry, we can discuss on the side and we can see your situation, and then maybe we can offer you like a jump queue offer or something. If we see that there is a market that you can access quickly, we're happy to consider also those who have less than 6 months with us. No worries. Any question about this loyalty perks? If it's a good name for it? Because I know that the first 3 months are very hard with us. We do trial and error, we fix things, you guys fine-tune your approach. So the first 3 months goes fast without much visual results. But then after the first 3 months is usually where it starts to become rewarding. And that's why we're doing this, to keep people motivated and do the hard work of the first 3-4 months. So I hope it makes some sense, Eli, and happy to add value or do other things in between.
Yeah, for me it does. Everybody else, how are you feeling, especially about the franchise? Anybody got any questions about the franchise?
Yeah, I'd like to hear just a little bit more of the specifics and the maybe on the business end of the franchise concept.
Yes, so every franchise will come with an offer, like the profit sharing, who does what, and what shares of the business. The pricing will be regulated by the franchise model. The offers will be regulated, and every franchise will come with a training program, an intensive training program that will not be made public. It will be private only to the master agents who become a franchisee. So we will have all those information franchise by franchise, Zach. But I can answer you on this first franchise with some first elements without giving too much publicly, because we will invite you guys, whoever wants to start with us the compliance franchise, you please today or by email or in the community say that you want to be part of the beta, because we're going to launch the beta in July. So whoever wants to start testing this in July, please manifest your interest, and you will receive more onboarding and more information. So this is our first, like I said, we're going to pilot it in July. So we already started this in Mauritius. So it allows us to have kind of a first experience, and we did the mistakes that are to be done in Mauritius. So we already have like a level 1 of maturity, but still, because this can work differently in America than in Canada, than in Germany, we still want to have a beta to cover all those localities and rules and adaptation together. So maybe we run the beta for July, August, and then our plan is that in September, we launch this maybe in the UK, in the US, Canada, Mauritius, Germany, and Switzerland. I think these are the most likely, and Slovenia, Bozidar, if you want to kick that up, and Estonia also, if Daniel wants to pick that up. So those are the most likely first 6-7 countries where we think that we have agents who can help us fine-tune and run the beta. And then we can, and then the idea is that we market this together, Zach. The 3 partners involved, the master agent, Rtila as a technical partner, and the third party who provides the specialty knowledge. We create a marketing plan on how we're going to market that in that city or in that state, or and then we deploy together, and win-win. That's the idea. So every franchise will come with a website, a dedicated website, a dedicated branding pack that every agent can have with PDFs, PowerPoints, social media, graphics, all these things. And also we will empower every franchisee with all the things that we learn together on how to scrape leads, enrich them, and then do the outreach to promote the franchise. So we will be involved together to actually create our own marketing for virtually free by using our automations to promote that franchise in that region. So it would be like a complete package and a complete partnership between us. So let me show you the early website version of Diligencer, which is here. So as you can see here, it's like already dedicated for this industry of compliance. This brand exists for 10 years. I was involved with the first version of Diligencer, and then it went offline, and then it came back. And now with Rtila as a partner, and you can see here, this is a certified agency, and these are the AI models that we use for compliance on premises. And we go to every local market, and we have 3 offers together. That's what we are thinking, Zach. So we will give you more details on how the profit share works. We will give it to you on a private basis, but the pricing is public to make it clear for all our customers that there is no hesitations. We are thinking to offer 3 approaches to allow us to convert customers better, because sometimes when you tell them you need to buy a powerful GPU computer, they say, no, I don't want to buy hardware. So on-premises immediately doesn't work always. Sometimes you tell them you can self-host it, they say, no, I don't want to manage a server. So we say, okay, if you don't want on-premises yet, you don't want to self-host yet, you can just use our cloud version. The cloud version is what I showed you guys here. We give them an access. They start to, what I showed you guys here. They start to use the cloud version. They pay $29 a month, $29 a month per user, and they get 1,000 tasks, and then plus the AI fees. And why we do that is because we want to give them a very low entry, how you say in English, Eli, a very low entry barrier.
An entry point.
Entry point, where, you know, it's a no-brainer, $29. Let me give this to my compliance officer. I can stop next month. There is no harm. And then once they see how it works, they see that it saves them 2 hours per day. And now actually they have 10 compliance officers, and 10 compliance officers at $29 per month, plus you pay for the tasks, plus you pay for the AI. Then you say, hey, let me go to self-hosted. Then self-hosted is a $1,000 setup fee and $299 per month of maintenance fee. And now you can have 25 users, 50 users, you know, we will do a deal for them. And then once they have more than 25 users, they do another calculation. They say, hey, I have 100 users. If I continue like this, I need 4 of these. Let me go on premises, because now I see the value and I want to control everything. And on premises will give them unlimited users, unlimited tasks, because it will be their hardware. It will not be our hardware. And that's where you guys, you will be the local partner that goes and shows them how this works, install the hardware, do the maintenance. We back you up, Rtila, from the technical perspective, but you go and you deploy, you implement, you're near the customer, you show them the trust, you show them your own version of this, because you will have your own version of this. So you can do demos, and you can show them that the data can be crunched by the AI and by Rtila in the local jurisdiction or in the local premises of the customer. And here you can see that this model is dual payment. There is one setup fee to kind of reward you guys for the hard work that you do at the beginning, because you have to set that up. So we take a setup fee, and then we share the profit. So in Rtila, we have this concept that who does the work gets the majority of the profit. If it's us doing the work, we get the majority of the profit. If it's you doing the work, you get the majority of the profit, just to be fair, and everyone and every work is rewarded. So, and then it gives us also an opportunity to build local recurring income from these clients, because they need maintenance, they need people to talk to when they're stuck, when they don't know what to do. So this allows us to get some cash flow upfront and some recurring months revenue for us to continue promoting and building up these services. So this is the first offer, Zach. At the moment, we're using an international pricing based on what we saw. We may make it a bit more expensive, or we may make it a bit cheaper, depending on the context, the level of competition, and so on. So it's not written on stone, but at least we start with what we have studied as pricing points. I think this is fair, and we've got good feedback from the local clients, even though we're talking about African companies who have very limited cash flow. We are still able to make some deals with this kind of pricing. So hopefully in America, the UK, Europe, people will find it even more valuable.
Ryan's got a question for you.
Yes, Ryan, please.
Franchise be branded.
Sorry?
Ryan, do you want to have a chat and say what you want to say?
Yeah. Hey, Mohammed.
Hey, Ryan.
Just picking up. How are you? Sorry, I've been multitasking, but this
No
is great
worries.
stuff. Very impressed. I was just picking up on your last point in terms of international pricing. I was
Yes,
curious in terms of the compliance franchise component here, if that's going to all be branded under the I'm not sure I'm going to say it right, but the Diligencer
yes,
brand, or white labeled for different brands, because there might be some advantages
indeed.
on testing different prices and brands for different markets, like you just
Exactly,
mentioned.
yeah.
So
It's a very good question, and we have two offers of branding or co-branding, or how we call it. We have first for the end customer. The local cloud cannot be branded because it's a SaaS that we use for everyone, so it will have a cloud Diligencer. So that's the SaaS version, $29, no branding, no customization. No branding, no customization. But if they move into self-hosted, we can offer them white label to the customer. So let's say my customer is called DHL Detroit. We can put their DHL Detroit logo and change the colors, and then they have now their DHL branded panel. They don't see Rtila, they don't see you, and they can present it to their own staff as almost like an internal tool. And then we have also on-premises, the same way. The on-premises allows for even further customization and even further how do you call it, branding. So we are thinking maybe self-hosted, we can do co-branding between Rtila and whichever brand. And then on-premises, it's like full white label. But this, we will listen to you, Ryan. So this is like, let's call this end customer branding. But then we can also do partnership brandings. Like, let's say you say, Mohammed, we need a Spanish name because we're going to Mexico and Uruguay, and we need a Spanish name and we need a Spanish identity and colors or whatever, Latino ambience. Then we can come up with a new product. We back you up again with the editable artwork, editable marketing material, and you can decide to kind of create a new brand in that market. We will of course study the potential if it makes sense for all of us to do that. But we're open to that, Ryan, to create another brand, change the offer, add some specific things. No problem.
That's great. Yeah, even in the same market, there's different stratospheres of different size companies that need different levels of support and things. So it might be,
yeah. And even the commercial offers, these are the three first one that we offer, but you can come with offers in between.
Sure.
Or beyond. And also the good thing is that, because again, we're in a mentality where we want to empower you to make money so that we make money. And you need to empower your clients to make money so that you deserve that money. So it's like, we're all empowering one another in a chain. So you can also bundle your own services, Ryan. Let's say you want Diligencer for the medical sector. And the medical sector has some specific things that they need to do on top of normal due diligence. They need to check, I don't know, history of health of clients on a public database. So we can add that and brand it and call it Diligencer for medical, or we call it MediAuto, or whatever might be the case.
Excellent. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for the question.
There's Bo that wants to have a question answered. Bo, you want to speak?
Yes, hi. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, Bo, how are you?
Great. Thank you for asking. Hi, guys. So I'm here in the Philippines, and I think I'm the only one who
Yes.
is starting with Rtila in this country. Business-wise, I'm actually trying to look for an option on which to target first if I'm going to go and push this Diligencer project
Yeah.
in this country. What are your perspectives or suggestions on where to start,
Yes.
especially that you have this very wide range of accessibility in terms of AI?
Yes, very good question, and we will accompany you. So once we start the program and you join it, the franchise, we are going to be very targetive. And from the experience we had here, we will go for the low-hanging fruit in the market so that you can get the results the fastest possible with less work. What we noticed, the businesses that pay us more quickly than others are insurance companies. insurance companies is number one, because they have so much compliance, so much risk to deal with, so many small clients, and sometimes they don't have enough premium to cover their compliance, so they need to automate, and they are very regulated, the insurance companies. They cannot use international tools and stuff. So our first 2 clients were insurance companies. One big one, I don't remember the name, it's like a B2B insurance. It's an insurance broker that offers insurance to other insurance that retail the insurance. It's even worse because they need to do compliance on their insurance clients and on the clients of their clients, meaning that they need to check 1,000 clients per month to know if they can give them that premium and that coverage. So that's number one target, insurance companies, especially small and medium companies that do not have the tools that the big insurance companies have, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe a local insurance or a small branch, those are perfect candidates because this gives them a lot of help immediately.
I see.
The second, yeah, please.
Last question would be like, for the meantime, how about smaller SMEs here in the country? We have social media is very active in our country.
Yeah.
We consider it as a part of our daily lives, and I'm just thinking, what do you think would be a good perspective to entice SMEs to be even interested with the idea of automation?
Yeah, so that's the most difficult segment, Bo. Small and medium companies are probably the best, humanly speaking, for us to attend to, but they are the hardest for us financially and resource-wise, especially at the beginning. So we have some ideas on how to serve the small and medium companies, but it is time-consuming, it is much more complicated, and it's much slower for us to make money.
I see.
Yeah. So what we advise is that, yes, let's keep the small and medium companies in mind. We want to serve them, but let's have maybe 5-10 clients with whom we're going to start, and they help us to kick off this, and then we have cash flow, we have time, we hire people, then we start to offer to SMEs so that the SMEs don't kill our deployment. Because it will kill you at the beginning if you go for SMEs immediately. That's the mistake we did. We went to 2 small companies, and you spend hours and hours or days and many visits, and then they don't buy, or when they buy, they don't have so much cash flow. So you don't recuperate your time and the deployment. So we will do it, but it should be like the last part. So let me tell you the main target for Diligencer. For Diligencer, insurance companies, number one. Second is financial companies, so asset management, banks, financial advisory, all the people who have a financial license or financial regulation, like Zach. I think, Zach, you're regulated for your financial services, I think, if you're still there, Zach. Maybe he's out. So financial services is the number 2. And then comes the law firms and public notaries. Because also the lawyers and the public notaries, they are very regulated. They cannot share their customer data, and they have a lot of PDFs, a lot of compliance. They have to check the risk for every client. And sometimes they check the risk of the clients of the clients. So let's say a lawyer is doing a joint venture agreement for his client. He has to check the risk on all the customers or all the relationships of that client. So that takes a lot of time.
I see.
So lawyers, public notaries. After these three groups, then we can look into other form of regulated companies like accountants and auditors. They're the next good target.
I see.
Yeah.
One last question. Sorry,
yes, please.
Just a quick follow-up. Speaking of which, for a basic in-house, but CPU, I guess.
Yes.
What do you think would be the minimum for an institution, or not really institution, a company to use as their minimum entry for using Rtila in-house?
So for Rtila alone, without the local AI, like for example, we use ChatGPT or something, any PC can work. Yeah, even the old PCs can work with Rtila. So that's not a problem. Only if they want to crunch the AI and do local AI in their office, then the minimum they need is an RTX 3060.
Also 12 gigs.
12 gigs is enough. And it's cheap. It's not expensive. You can find them in Philippines very easily.
Yes, I'm actually trying to save up for one very soon.
Yeah, so that one will enable you to have local AI or enable your customer to get local AI, and you can offer on premises already with that.
Appreciate everything.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Bo. And I think Bozidar. So we have two Bos. We have two Bos now.
Okay, just a question, maybe outside the all this, about the languages.
Yes.
Can we do another language with all the system, or?
Yes. Very good question.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, because in Slovenia we speak English pretty well, but you know, maybe not all of them in I don't know, in notary and so on.
Yes.
It should be in Slovenian language.
Yes, very good question. So here in Mauritius, there are three languages. There is English, which is the official state language and paperwork, but people actually, they read in English and they speak in French. Yes, so everything is spoken in French, but the paperwork is in English, and then they have a local language called Creole.
Creole. Okay.
Creole. So we have three languages to deal with, so we've prepared this system to deal with the three languages naturally. The good thing is that AI speaks many languages, so it's like natural language.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah. No, that's
so
okay. No, I thought about the what do you call the which one it was?
Diligencer, the marketing.
No, the first one you showed us.
Here, this one.
This one, yes.
Yeah, this we can change the language. Directus, we can load any language: Russian, Slovenian, Kazakh.
Okay.
Yeah, we will be able to adapt it.
I get it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now that's exactly what will give you the power, Bozidar, is that you can localize it language-wise, cultural-wise, but also business and regulation-wise, because you know the rules in Slovenia. You know what a company can do, what they cannot do, and also you know the business culture, how they buy, how they pay. For example, some countries, they don't like to pay with credit card online. They just want a local bank account. So then we can adapt the billing as well to the country. Ila, you want to turn this into British English, or is it British English enough?
It's British English enough. I think so, cool.
Yes. Okay, so what else I can show you? So yes, so this will come, and then on this website, we will have a section with our local agents. So we will have a map, and the customers who come on diligencer.com, they can choose, they can find Eli in London, they can find you, Bozidar, in Slovenia, they can find Eric in Germany. So we will actually drive traffic to you guys for self-hosted and on-premises. And yeah, I think, and you can see here, we also will have some kind of downloadable. Let's say they don't want to go with the subscription, they don't want to go with these offers. We can also offer pay per bot, so they can just buy this bot, or here we are offering free versions to get them in. So they register, we get their email address, then they get these 3 versions for free, then they can test, and then if they're interested, they can subscribe for $29. Once they see it's valuable, they upgrade to the other one and so on. So this is how we did it for Diligencer, to kind of create a funnel that is very easy to bring people in, so that any marketing effort that you do, we can at least get the customer to start for free and for them to see the value and get their contact details. And in some countries or in some instances, maybe you want to remove the free version, or you want to add some other freebies that you want to put. So we're open to that as well. Yeah, so we reached the questions and answers. We already started with the questions and answers, but we can now open the floor to all the subjects and maybe even other things that I have not covered. You guys, please don't be shy.
Anybody got any questions at all? Bazadir, are you okay? Are you baffled?
Yeah, still me, sorry.
Go ahead, Buzda.
Yeah. No, yeah, you can see I'm a new one. What's the minimum? I want to play with AI, but maybe on my laptop or something similar. It's possible to do it in-house, just to see how it's working. Maybe
yes.
Some llama, small llama.
That's right. Yeah.
I have a pretty good, the gaming computer.
Oh, then you can already do it.
Or I need RTX 3060.
No, it can work with the what graphic card you have. So with
I'm
master.
not sure. I must check. Yeah, but it's really powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we do that.
So.
We've done that with Zach. So we can do a session with our master agents. We will do a session where we will help you install everything on your computer and connect it to Rtila. So it will be a one-on-one session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for those who want to do it themselves, we're using Olama. Olama is a software that manages local AI models. You just download Olama, and we have a command for Olama on Rtila.com.
Yeah,
so,
I saw it.
Yeah. But for you, we will do one-on-one. We set it up, and we even make it do something for you with your database. So we take something from the database. I don't know, for example, one of the most use cases that we do is that sometimes we have first name and last name together. And sometimes it's hard to separate first name and last name, put them into fields. So we send this to the AI and we say, give us first name alone, last name alone. If it's a male or female, and then we get that and we put it back in the database. Because in French, you address a female and a male differently. You say Mr. or Madame, and even the conjugation, the grammar will change depending on the gender of the person you're talking to.
The same in Slovenia.
Yes, so we do that with the AI.
Yeah. Okay. Can Llama take the data from what's used in the cPanel usually? Which database?
MySQL.
MySQL.
Yeah, we can do that. We have a MySQL database connector.
I see. Because I have all my business there, so
yeah, sure.
It's possible to connect it.
Exactly, yeah. So the one that we are doing with Directus is actually a PostgreSQL connection, PostgreSQL.
Okay.
And MySQL is also just another SQL database. We can do it with Oracle database, Microsoft Server database, and SQL databases like SQLite, MySQL, MariaDB, and PostgreSQL. We cover many databases.
I see, but somebody else did it for the laptop, maybe the AI, Eric?
Yeah, no, Zach did it on his laptop, and we were positively surprised that his laptop was able to run it, and he was running it quite well, actually.
Okay. Yeah. No, just to have an idea.
Yeah. No, more than an idea, because you can show to the customers. You say, "Look, I'm running the AI on my laptop."
Even that, yeah.
It's taking from my database, it's crunching the data, it's formatting it, it's adding value, and then I put it back in my database clean. And then, when they see it, they say, oh, it's actually real. When you get them on the phone or by email, they say, maybe it's doable.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's very powerful.
Okay. Thank you. Should I talk with you privately then, or
yeah? In our next one-on-one session, we can do that if you want.
But next one-on-one
next
session.
Week. Sorry.
We have it.
You can book a time next week.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can book.
I can do it.
Yeah. I'll give you. I will send you a link. So master agents, they can book 1 hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour per week for one-on-one sessions.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
that's
to support you.
Or some support group.
Depending on what you need, it will be many times it will be me, or it can be a more technical person. It depends. But at the beginning, it will be most likely me and you at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once a week.
Once a week, yeah, up to once a week.
That's very generous. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, we know, because especially at the beginning, there's so many things, so we can help you cover that.
Okay, thanks, guys. Sorry.
No, on the contrary, your questions, they help also people who maybe were shy to ask, or the people who are just watching. So thank you.
Any other questions, people?
There was a beep.
Bo. Hi, Bo.
Hello. Yeah, hi. So, quick question about, I noticed the whole Rtila program is a long haul, and this is from data, from no sense data to monetizing it.
Yes.
And SQL is basically the database is the heart of Rtila, but do you have automations that run, like, say, Facebook automations on auto posting of things that you can run locally on your not so updated laptop, should I say?
Yeah.
But are they already available, or should we set a one-on-one appointment?
No, we have to wait a little bit. We already have some social media automations on the marketplace. But in this, when we are doing enrich data, we're going to use social media to enrich the data, and we are preparing 25 social media automation that we will release for Master Agents first. So we will share with you 25 social media automations for finding data, finding interest, if people like or comment, you know, and we have also to follow people, to connect to people, to start to prepare the, how you call it in English, the outreach campaigns. So we will share with you everything on its own timing. Right now we started with scraping, organizing the database, scraping the data, formatting the data. Now we're starting to do enrichment. Towards the end of enrichment, we will start to do outreach. So outreach is actually part of monetizing the data. It's a sub content of monetized data. Yeah, you can either sell leads or find clients and then sell to them. So we're getting there.
Okay, I noticed here, especially in my vicinity, almost all of my neighbors are, what do you call this, content creators, wherein they just copy paste old videos and they monetize from it. I'm curious, does this system can this system be applicable to things that should not be, how should I put it, or like old videos, should they not be monetized or something? Like, for example, if I want to be a content creator and then
Yeah.
I just found something from, say, in the internet archives, so definitely I can repost that. Can I use this system to do that, or is it actually worth it at all?
Yeah, so that's a good question, Bo. And that's what we offer as a support to you guys as Master Agent, is that you will tell us what you want to do, the opportunity that you see, and we will tell you if it's worth to do it with Rtila alone, or if you need to use Rtila plus something else, or if Rtila is not the right tool for this because it will just take you too much time and cost, better buy this or pay this, and once you make money or once we have a new integration, you use Rtila. So we can do that on a case-by-case basis, but what I can tell you is that after we do the franchise of Diligencer, then we're going to do the franchise for accounting and auditors in terms of bank reconciliation. So let's call it for financial services, we can offer that package. After that, or at the same time, we're preparing a whole product for marketing agencies that covers what you're saying: content creation, social media management, emailing, email marketing, social media marketing, SEO optimization. We have many ideas and many templates that we can put together and with the database offer it so that people can do scrape leads, enrich them, and then organize the actual marketing campaign in one platform.
I see.
Yeah,
That's about it. Thank you again.
You're welcome, Bo.
Anybody else? Mohammed.
Yeah.
Again, it just amazes me, all these things that you're bringing about, you know, the marketing agency side of things alone is just a product in its, and that's a huge undertaking.
Yeah, that's why we do it later. It's huge.
So it just amazes me, because I understand what's going on in the background and I understand the mechanics that goes on. I've got, oh my God, is he going to add that to the whole service? It just boggles me.
No,
I don't know where you get the hours. I don't know where you get the time to do it, but you're doing it.
No, you know, that's the magic of building a versatile infrastructure. That's our secret, and that's what we can bring to our customers. If you have the right database, the right data structure, and then you have Rtila in the back end working, and you have a back end, then it's just like, in French we say habillage. It's just like the costume you're going to put on top to create a new service. Because you have the trunk is the same. Like if you look at businesses, Eli, whether you take a bank or a shoemaker in modern time, they have a CRM, they have a database, and they need to send emails, and they send payment links and invoices in PDF. So although a bank and a shoemaker looks very different, everything is digital, money is digital, and it's data. So as long as we have this data-centric approach, we can do much easier these variants. So for us, it's just a variant of an AI automation business. It's just a variation for the banking, a variation for insurance, a variation for accountants. and a variation for web marketing agencies. Now, what you will notice, Eli, is that one of your customer is going to come from the compliance. As soon as they solve the compliance, you know what they ask? Marketing, 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 marketing. Now I can push the sales because I reduce my cost of intake. My acquisition cost is lower. Last time I was afraid of taking new clients because a new client is a risk for me. I need to put 5 hours of compliance. I don't know if I can keep the client, and I've lost that money. So every time we solve something first, the immediate next thing they told us, increase our sales. So marketing. That's why we started to work on that marketing side as well.
Yeah, I like that. Finding the commonality between everything and then working so we can work light and fast at the same time.
Exactly, and also you can onboard the clients from different perspectives. They all have a different priority. So when they have like how you call it a bottleneck in compliance, then you can, if you present security or if you present marketing or if you present graphic design or whatever, it will not interest them because they just have one problem in their head, is to solve the compliance problem. So if we have like, when you engage a discussion and you know that with Rtila we have one franchise or one product for compliance, one for marketing, one for content creation or something, when you feel that this is their worry, you can present it in that, you present that approach without overwhelming them that we could do anything, everything you want, we can do with AI. Say, how about you start with this? So we kind of concentrated AiA. We concentrated 1.5 years of trial and error we had here locally. That's how we came to this program. It's now we're getting almost in 2 years of experiments, and now we can bring you that knowledge, those mistakes, and now we know what kind of infrastructure we need to actually not only seduce the client but deliver as well. Delivery was very hard at the beginning for us because we didn't have any structure. We just had Rtila. We just had Rtila bots. And then the clients, they don't have a database. So then it becomes 100 CSV files, they get completely lost. So step by step, now that's what we're proposing, AiA Automation Infrastructure.
Wonderful. Any other questions, anybody? Anything at all? Bo, Bazid?
And let's also...
Eric?
Not today. Thank you so much.
Eric is going to be busy, I think, the next few days on the new update.
It's running already.
Oh, cool. Yes. So we put 20 URLs at a time, but you can change to 10 or 100.
I've read your message for the first 1,000.
You launched it for the first 1,000?
No, I've read your message and that I should leave it running with 20 for the first 1,000.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And let us know if there is anything we can enhance. Cool. I think we are in our timing. We're getting about 1.5 hours.
A little question,
please.
Sorry, now that I'm talking, a little question regarding trading. Since you've seen my screen yesterday, and I'm wondering if it is possible to to have Rtila hovering over like a chart, like a Bitcoin US dollar chart.
Oh, and
every 10, 15, 20 seconds maybe, or 30, whatever, if you're a day trader, it captures a screenshot, sends it to, I don't know, ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever, and he identifies golden circles or whatever. He knows what the market would do maybe, because I've tried it already with just screenshots and the prediction is not that bad. But maybe you can have just something like not that it trades directly, but some hints on the side, like another monitor, and then you just have some hints coming in.
Yeah, actually, I did some personal experiments on that with crypto coins futures, which is a very volatile and very fast trading. I was also thinking maybe we can do some automation and trick the game.
Yeah,
it's doable, but very difficult. It depends on the web interface of that provider. So there are different platforms. I think there is for trading, there is MT4. There is some certain softwares that do the tradings like that. And some of these softwares, they are purely JavaScript and they don't have much HTML, and they just dynamically display and then they encrypt everything. So those platforms we cannot. It's very hard.
That's why I thought about screenshots.
Exactly. So then there is the screenshot. So the screenshot is doable. And then the only thing is that the screenshot will create a small delay of screenshot, upload, get the analysis from the AI, come back with the data. Maybe there's 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. And sometimes that is the 10 seconds that was giving you the edge.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
So it depends on the level of volatility. So for crypto coin, it moves too fast. So I think it will be very difficult. Unless you have a very powerful GPU and like you can do it in like 1 second, you know. Yeah, but I would say for classic investment, you know, the like the CAC 40 or the Nasdaq or the other stock exchanges that they move like, you know, more slowly on an hour per hour basis. You can make deals. That's much more doable. The key, Eric, is maybe to find beside the platform, find like either Yahoo Finance or Google Index, where it's a web page that shows the price of every stock or every commodity, where Rtila can ping every second. You know?
Eric, you know, all the wallets, they can do it.
Or the wallets, yeah.
Wallets,
You find another source that has a close results as that trading platform, if the trading platform is not accessible via HTML. I personally tried just by curiosity, but then I didn't do it because the house always wins. So for me, it's like same as a casino. It's like same as Las Vegas. I go there for fun, but I don't put my money. But that's just a personal approach. So another thing that here can be very useful, Eric, this business thinking, is that you can do the same for other business types. For example, what we are doing in some cases, we had customers, they told us, I am in a very red ocean industry. There's a lot of competitors and everybody is fighting for 50 cents or $1 cheaper. So we do what we call monitoring bots that monitor the prices of the 50 top competitors. And then we like every 5 seconds or every few seconds, we get the data and we put them, first we started with Google Sheet, and then we do like all the competitors with the graph. And then we do a rule that if one or two or three or X number of competitors all increase the price by 5%, then increase my price by 3% or reduce my price by 5%. And they do these are mainly we've done that with Amazon sellers because there is very tough competition on prices on Amazon stores in the US. And another automation we did is that it checks the price, but also the stock of the competitors. And when the competitors have only 1 unit left or out of stock, our seller increase his prices or her prices because they know that the competition doesn't have stock on Amazon.
Do you know how many times you can change the price on Amazon? If that's
on Amazon, you can do it every hour or something like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Then I would have a customer for that.
Yeah, this is very used.
I have a friend that has a guy from Pakistan that does that for him. He's watching and monitoring the market, and then even buying the goods and delivering it to the customer by ordering couriers and stuff. And
I think that's drop shipping, or they call it arbitrage.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the first clients that asked us to do that. It was for that purpose. Sometimes they compare the price of a product on Amazon and on eBay or Etsy, and then they wait for the signal that Etsy is now 20% more expensive, and then they buy from Amazon and they sell on Etsy.
Absolutely, just like that.
Yeah, it's doable. It's complex, but it's doable. With Directus database, it's doable. You can do it for many products. So there is a tool that is called Price Yak. I don't know if you know Price Yak. They do it via API, but it costs money, and then they limit the number of products you can do. But with Rtila and Directus, you can do unlimited products because it's your database and it's Rtila bots doing as many queries as you want, so you're not limited.
Really interesting. I'm gonna write him now.
Yeah, write him, and then maybe this can be a product.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, arbitrage trading has always interested me. When I started trading quite some years ago, arbitrage is the way to go. But the problem is, it's always trying to find a source that's affordable to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And so if we could find, because you can't lose out really, as long as the system you're using is quick enough to catch it, and quick enough to actually make the purchase, etc.
Yeah.
But you can't miss out on arbitrage. But that's that's the thing, is having a system that's not going to charge you a ridiculous amount of money, and hence we have the framework that limits that down. And when it comes to arbitrage, if we can do something like that for this, we can use it for many things, as you was just talking about, Amazon to Amazon, trading to trading, whatever the case may be. Arbitrage is definitely the way to go, but it was always a cost thing. And this is what this framework is always about. It's keeping the cost to nothing or down.
Or very down, so that you can expand. And also the secret of arbitrage is that for you to notice an opportunity, you need to keep an eye on 1,000 products, so that 1 or 2 are going to pop up this week or this day. But if you observe 1,000 products using Price Yak or using some other tools, that costs money. So that's one thing.
And the great thing is you can use it for any kind of business model. If you arbitrage and you sell cakes or whatever the case is, you may you may use it just for that model. Other people want to use it for trading. It doesn't matter. The point is finding opportunities where there's a gap for you to actually be able to trade and make on that gap. Actually,
I started personally. I was doing one automation for when to buy silver and gold, and then I just checked the prices of different vendors. And like sometimes the stock market price is going to go up, but some vendors, they didn't increase their prices of gold or silver, So you can buy that gold or that silver, and you know that you notice 5 minutes or 20 minutes before or something like that before and I was following the London stock market, because they close at 4 p.m. London, and then the price is fixed, and then sometimes people don't update their prices in Switzerland or somewhere. So there's so many things that you can observe as a business person and create that arbitrage bot.
That's gold right there, people, I think.
Yeah, literally, that's gold, yes. That's gold and silver. It's nice to see how our creativity can be unlocked when we have the right structure and we remove the variable costs. And especially for small and medium businesses, Bo, you were asking, the main innovation blockage for small and medium businesses is the upfront money that they will have to put to exploit the ID. They have a market, they have an opportunity, but to be able to catch that opportunity, they need $100, $1,000 upfront. So then their brain shrinks and say, no. Actually, there's no opportunity for me. And that's what we're looking at with Rtila for small and medium businesses, is that if you use AI and automation, you may be able to catch those opportunities that are fast moving without having to push some cash flow. And then sometimes that's how they get started. If there is no other questions, Eli, the honor to you to guide us towards the sayonara avenue.
You've done it again. You've used my word, you scoundrel, you.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine it? Hey? No, look, again, my eyes have opened up, especially the last subject matter with the arbitrage, because you can use that for many things. It's not just from a money point of view, but just if you can use that structure methodology, what that does, you can see changes within a system, what you're looking for within a business.
Yes.
All right? So let's forget the money thing when you try to see differences in money, but also it's the same mythology when you're talking about changes within the system. So it's, as Mohammed was saying, it's having that mindset. And by us all getting together, Eric, brought up a good thing. We're now talking about things actually pushing even further in another direction. But as Mohammed has said, because we have the infrastructure, the structure where we can slot the puzzles in the places that we need, that's what allows us to have the creativity to talk about these things in one extreme to another, and to do what works for us as individuals. And just remember, even for us as individuals, maybe individually we're going in different areas and whatever the case may be, but remember, we've all got our skill sets to help each other at the same time. So we mustn't forget that as much as we have an idea, we may not have the skill set to do particular things, but we are all here with particular skill sets. So, Bo, don't worry. I understand it's a bit overwhelming because you've just come into this corner in this place, but we're here to support you. Just keep it as simple as possible. There's plenty of tutorials that have been done before, discussions, and so check those videos. You can do the one-to-one with Mohammed. he's a pleasure to work with and talk with. He keeps things simple, and he's a cool dude. So that gives you a good excuse to be working together. Buzzer there, listen, I know it's overwhelming, but you can see the potential, and we're all here to work together. Mohammed is the man. All right.
No, it's the team.
I see the potential. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's anybody that wants to say anything, and it doesn't have to be a question, but it may be something just to motivate us. Anything at all. Come on board. What do you want to say, Eric?
You can do it.
Yes.
And use the community, guys. Use the community.
Simplicity is the key. Perfect. Mohammed, thank you, my man, as always.
Thank you and the team.
And I've spoken enough, so you can all forget that Mohammed says sayonara. So now I can say sayonara.
Yes, and I would say salam alaikum and shalom.
Peace.
Everybody, see you next week.